A very good evening to all of you. I hope you all are doing good. My name is Vivek Verma, here as your trainer for the training session. I welcome you all in Codeavour 2022 training sessions. Hi Vinayak. Hi Taiju. Hi everyone. I hope you all are doing great. So I request all of you to please share the joining link with your friends, your fellow classmates, and ask them to join the YouTube live as well. Good evening, Atharv. A very good evening. It's so nice to have you. So I request all of you to please share the joining link with your friends and classmates and ask them to join this meeting. Hi, Priya. Hope you're doing good. We're going to start very shortly. I request all of you to please share the link with your friends, your fellow classmates, and you can ask them to join the meeting. Good evening, Abhijit. Hi, Ved. We're going to start very shortly. Request all of you to share the YouTube live link with your fellow classmates and ask them to join as well, because this session is going to be very interesting. We are going to use Python with Corky. So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to program in Python and we are going to use Corky. A very good evening, Savisha, Megha, 80 squad sub. Will we be making the same traffic signal that was given in that in the one of the courses on the website? 80 squad, because to be very honest with you, there are a lot of courses that I have done, and there are many courses in which we there are, I guess, 2 courses in which we have this activity. But I guess you will get your answers once you see this activity, once you make it. Hi Arjun Dev, good evening. Adiba, good evening to all of you. Good evening, Myra and Fyra. All right, so we are going to start now. So this is the 10th session of Codeavour 2022 training sessions. My name is Vivek Verma, here as your trainer and working as AI and robotics support engineer at STEMpedia. So in this session, we are going to make a traffic rule animation using Corky and Python programming. So starting off, I request all of you to please join the Telegram group. The link is there in the chat box. You can scan the QR code or you can click on the description, because there is a link, all the links in the description as well. A very good evening to all of you. So yeah, please join the Telegram group, because that is where you will be getting all the support and updates related to the competition. You will be getting all the links to join from there only. So I request you to please join the Telegram group as soon as possible. Moving forward, once again, we're going to just play a short little video, which is going to give you guys an overview of Codeavour 2022, tell you all about it, how to participate, what are the most important rules and regulations that you have to follow, themes, and what kind of projects you can make. That will be covered and summarized in this video only. So I request all of you to please watch this video and enjoy.
for the fourth consecutive year, bringing you the biggest international AI and programming competition for kids, Codeavour 2022 International 4th edition. To make kids aware and inspire them to brainstorm over emerging issues, to make the world a better place, kids need to build solution-based projects on the following theme: save the environment, strengthen the health infrastructure, revolutionize the agriculture, automate the surroundings, make smart transportation system. You can make anything and everything you want, from stories to games, from software-based AI projects to hardware-based projects. Pictoblox, an international AI education and coding platform. You can learn to code, make interactive animations and games, interesting projects based on AI, program actions for robots, and much more. With Pictoblox app now available on Play Store, you can even make your project for the competition on the go. Anyone above 7 years old and falling under 3 age groups can. Yes, you can either participate as a one-person army or in a team of 2 with your coding buddy. Follow these 3 easy steps to participate. Register by entering the team details on the contest portal. Prepare to enhance your coding and AI skill via self-learning material and AI bootcamps. Now that you have the skills required, it's time to show the world what you have got. Submit your project brief, project file, and the project video. Now all you have to do is sit back and wait for the results. Registration for Codeavour 2022 International starts on 10th of October. The last date to submit your project is 10th January 2023. You can register anytime between 10th of October and 10th of January 2023. The winners of Codeavour 2022 International will be announced on 31st January 2023. Participants stand a chance to win more than 60 prizes worth $20,000 in total. Along with the cash prizes up to $1,000, all the winners will also receive a medal, certificate, and the official Codeavour 2022 AI t-shirt. Participate in the biggest online AI and programming competition for kids with more than 3 lakh plus participants, 1,000 plus schools, 1 lakh plus teams from 90 plus countries. So, what are you waiting for? Registration starts today.
So I hope this gave you a little overview about Codeavour 2022, what this competition brings you, and the themes, what kind of projects you can make, and yeah, all about Codeavour 2022. Okay, moving forward. So in today's session, we are going to focus on the activity of traffic signals. So what we are going to do, we are going to look at how traffic signal works. And then we are going to use our little friend, Corky, to make our own traffic signal, to actually code our own traffic signal using Python. So we will be doing all the programming in Python today, because in the previous session, we have done Python programming. We have started from the basics of Python programming, but we have not introduced Python with Pictoblox, with Corky, sorry. But in this session, what we are going to do, we are going to program in Corky using the Python interface of Pictoblox application. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to make our own traffic signal. So first of all, let's understand how exactly traffic signal works. So you all know what are traffic signals. Traffic signal looks like this. That is something on my screen over here. So what it looks like, we have red, yellow, and green lights. So there are 3 lights in traffic signal. And you have 4 stages. One is no light. So no light is popularly when when there were lockdowns all over India. Nobody was going out until in very great emergency, all the traffic signals will down. They will shut down. So that was some kind of a stage which appears only very, very occasionally, very rarely, you can say. At night, in some of the states, what they do is, some of the cities or some of the states, what they do to save electricity, they shut down the red lights, or they switch it to one particular mode only, which is like a blinking mode. The yellow light will blink always. So yeah, there are a lot of stage. Basically four only. First, it no lights. Then it's red light. Red light indicates that the car has to stop, wait for the turn, wait of its turn, and then move in the direction which the car wants to move in. Mostly it is forward or left, or sometimes it is right. Then we have the yellow light, which indicates that the car needs to halt, wait for the turn, wait for to move on. Because the yellow lights, what people tend to do is, so a lot of people, because of sustainable development, what a lot of people do is, whenever they are standing on the red light, they turn their vehicles off, so that they're not wasting the fuel. They are not wasting something which is very important and very hard to get these days, that is petrol. Because if we consume petrol like we are doing right now, then we won't be able to give it to the future generations. Therefore, a lot of people, what they do, even I personally, what I do is I shut down or turn off my vehicle and stand there until the light turns yellow. When the light turns yellow, I start my vehicle again, and in a few seconds the light turns green and I take off. I go wherever I want to. So that is also where the yellow light comes in very handy. When someone is standing and not using the fuel, the vehicle is also turned off. They get a time, they get a few seconds to turn their vehicle on, and the yellow light also indicates that yeah, it's now your turn, it's about to be your turn. So be ready with your accelerators, or like the race, everything. So yeah, that is what yellow light is used for. Then we have the green light, which of course directly indicates that it is your turn to move forward, move right. So basically, in a lot of states, in every state, to be very honest, we have green lights, which looks somewhere like this. I'm going to draw it on my screen, just a second. Like this. Like you can go forward, you can go right hand side or left hand side. That is what it looks like. So these are the 4 stages of traffic signals. I hope this is clear to all of you. I will be taking up all your doubts by the end of the session. So if you are going to write down something, write it down, but I will check it when we are done with the activity. Okay. So how does traffic signal exactly work? So that was what are traffic signals, but now we are looking at how they work. So you have seen that traffic signals work in a cycle. They work in a cycle. The reason is that if they won't work in cycle, we are prone to get into an accident or met an accident. So suppose I'm going to draw something on my screen so that you understand it very well. This is road number 1. This is road number 2. And this is road number 3 and 4. So each road is divided into 2 parts, right? Each road is divided into 2 parts for the traffic signals and all. So we have red light over here also. Let me draw a red light with pink color. We have red light here or red light here in all the directions basically. And in this direction also for these viewers. These red lights, they indicate like, okay, so particular this red light will say that, all right, the people who are standing over here, now they can go left or they can go forward as well. So this is what traffic light indicates. So what we can say that this light will go off first, then this light will go second, then this light third. So in total, 3 traffic lights are there, 3 traffic signals are there, and we have synced them. Okay, then first this, then second this, then third this, and again a loop. First, second, third. loop, first, second, third. So it is going to go off continuously. So this is how traffic light works. They work in a sync to prevent accidents and help avoid congestion on the roads. That means, in simple terms, you can say avoid the traffic jams, unnecessary traffic jams. You can see clearly. So whenever the traffic light, gets messed up due to some reason or due to rain. Mostly it is due to rain. In Delhi, where I live, traffic signal get messed up, so they don't work in a sync due to rain. So the rainwater enters the traffic signals and the water affects the whole circuit and makes the traffic light go crazy. So what happened is it, because due to the messed up traffic signals, we get traffic jams. The road are congested. It's like everyone wants to go in their way and they don't want anyone to stop them because the traffic light is messed up. So this is a reason, and this is a reason that traffic lights have to work in a sync mode. That means they have to work together in a cycle such that it prevents the accidents as well as the traffic jam on the roads. I hope everything is clear till this point. Okay. Now this is an overview of the activity. This is what the activity will look like. So the red light will come for 5 seconds. Then the yellow light will come for 2 seconds. Yellow light will do counting like this, 2 and 1. Then the green light will come for 5 seconds. Then again the yellow light will come, which will do counting for 2 and 1. So this is how it will look like. So you can see this. I'm just coming over the. Okay, so if you have any doubt, of course, you can ask me right now. Then we will be moving towards the activity. Any doubt related to how traffic signal works and what they are, what they're used, how they sync together and everything. If there is any doubt, you can go ahead and ask me right now. Then we'll move to the activity, and then I will be taking doubts when we are done with the activity. So yeah, go ahead. I'm giving you some time. All right, so yeah, I guess no doubts. That means everything is clear related to the traffic signals. Okay, moving towards the activity, I request all of you to download Pictoblox in your devices. So what you can do is you can download Pictoblox. So you have two options to download, three options actually to download Pictoblox in your devices. So first option is you can visit the description box. You can click on the link according to your device, or you can click on the link that are there in the chat box for you. So if not that, then what you can do is you can directly open your browser, type download Pictoblox, click on the first link, which is provided by the STEMpedia.com. Click on that link, and you can download the Pictoblox. Choose a device, download the Pictoblox. So Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, or iOS. Any device you want to download your Pictoblox application in. Note, guys, please note this thing that the projects that you have to submit for the competition, they have to be made in Pictoblox application only. So you cannot use any other alternate applications, because Pictoblox offers a vast variety of extensions. We have our own robots. Boards can be connected to Pictoblox as well. So yeah, you have a better opportunity with Pictoblox application. Okay. Now coming to the activity, I know this is the code, but don't look at this code. This code might confuse you right now. So yeah, we are directly moving to the coding part. So I'm just going to open my Pictoblox application. And yeah, So yeah, back on Pictoblox application. So when you open Pictoblox application, this is what it's going to look like. So you have to click on the Python interface, click on go ahead, and here you are on the Python interface. So I request all of you, if you're using Quirky, so what you have to do is you have to turn on, I'm just turning on my camera. So you have to turn on your Quirky so that when you turn on the Quirky, you will see that the blue light is coming up, right? That means your Quirky is ready to be connected. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on board over here. I'm going to click on board, select Quirky. Make sure that the Pictoblox link is running. So if you don't have Pictoblox link, you can click here and you can download Pictoblox link. So my Pictoblox link is working. Then the device name is coming up. I will click on it. And the Quirky is connected. You can hear the sound and the light is now turned to green. So this is how the Quirky will connect to your laptop. All right, I'm just going to turn off my video. Okay, now you can see on the screen in the coding area, the sprite and the Quirky module, they are already being loaded. So there is no issue with that. So let's start off with the simple code. I'm going to explain few things, then we are going to move forward with the code, with the main code. So what I want to do is I want to draw a pattern, a heart-shaped pattern, or maybe let's say I want to draw any like pattern on the Quirky. So what I want to do is first I want to set the display brightness. So for that we have our own function, which is we have loaded Quirky class in Quirky variable over here. Therefore, I'm using Quirky dot set brightness. So this is to set the brightness of the display panel. I'm going to set it to, let's say 12, because 12 is good. Now I want to display a particular pattern on my Quirky LED panel. How to do that? So you have one option, which is you have one button over here, which is this one. So if you click on it, it will open up this screen. So this is what you have over here. So you can just clear this one. And now you can draw your own pattern. So let's go with something nice and beautiful. Let's make our own pattern. You can make your own pattern. I'm just demonstrating how you have to do everything over here. So don't get confused why I'm doing it. I'm just displaying you how to make your own pattern. That's it. Nothing else. So yeah, you can make your own pattern. My bad. Over here, you can use like different colors. You can use white as well. So yeah, I want this pattern. Don't judge my painting skills over here. I'm just making a random pattern. After making this pattern, what you have to do is you have to insert this pattern in your Python code. So what you can do is you can just simply click on insert. Now the pattern is being inserted. So you can see Quirky.draw pattern, and these are the code. Now, if I run this code, let me start my video. So you can see the Quirkies over here. So if I run this code, you will see what will happen. I'm clicking on run over here. My Quirky is connected to my laptop. After clicking on run, you can see that the Quirky is displaying the pattern that I wanted it to display. That means it is working perfectly fine. So this is how we have to draw a particular pattern on Quirky. Now I have a question for you all. My question is this, that now first thing, what I want to do is I'm going to first write it down over here. So in the overview, we can just delete this part. In the overview, you saw that the traffic signal were working in a certain way. Red light was coming up for 5 seconds. Then yellow light was coming for 2 seconds, displaying the 1 and 2. Then green light was coming for 5 seconds. And then the yellow light again was coming for 2 seconds. So this is what we want to do, but traffic signal works forever. So for that, we need a forever loop, but we don't have forever loop in Python coding. So what we will use? This is my question for you all. What we will use? So I want the answer. What we have to use to make a forever loop? We have done it multiple times. And don't worry, guys, I will come to your doubts. I will answer each and every question. While true, yes, crazy coder. Crazy coder Pictoblox. I like the name. Amazing. Yes, great. While, we will use a while loop and we will add the condition true. We will use a while loop and add the condition true. So this will make a forever loop in Python. Sorry. So this is how the forever loop will work in Python. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to first, what was the agenda? We have agenda. It is to turn on the red light on Corky. That means I have to make the pattern. So what I have to do, I have to click on this particular block, this particular button over here, and I have to make my own pattern. So red color pattern. So first I will delete this pattern, choose red color and click on this bucket. It will fill the whole Corky display panel. Now what I have to do, what we can do is, so in states like Bangalore and Delhi, and maybe in some other states also, so we have this new system in the traffic signal, and what it is, that it will display a red color heart when it is displaying the red signal. So red color heart. So you can make red color heart also. You can just directly make a heart like this. Okay, I'm sorry. LED off here. And yep. Yep, you can make a heart like this and click on insert. Once click on insert, this is how the code will look like. Now, for how many seconds we want it to be? For 5 seconds. Then we want to move to the yellow color. So we have to add a wait block. We have wait block in block coding, the block interface, right? In control, we have this wait block, which is used to add waiting time and then move forward. So in Python, we don't have this block. We have to import it. So what we have a time class. So what we have to do, we have to import time in Python. After importing the time class, what I can do is I can directly write time.sleep. That means wait for how many seconds? For 5 seconds. This is for red color. This is for red color. Red color. Now this is the wait block in Python. Okay, this is importing the time class. This is the red color, red light, or let's just say red light. Red light. Okay. Now, after waiting for 5 seconds, what we have to do? We have to code for the yellow part. So we have two options. So first, what we have to do, the yellow part have to be like a counting from 2 to 1. So like 2, 1, 0. So, or we can do 3, 2, 1. That is better. 3, 2, 1. Makes a good sync, right? So 3, 2, 1. And then again, we want to turn the green light. And we want this 3, 2, 1 counting in yellow color. 3, 2, 1 counting in yellow color. in yellow color. Okay, this is what we want to do. We have two options. First option is you can directly draw a pattern over here. So what we can do is let's click on this particular button to draw our own pattern and clear this up and make our own pattern. Choose the yellow color. This is for one. Insert. Then make another pattern. Delete this one. Now let's code for two. Just a second. Yeah. Two, or yeah, this will look better for two. Okay. Yeah. Two. This will come after it. Then we have three. We can clear this and draw three. Insert. So this is one way. But you know, Quarky can also display text. But of course, drawing text over here one by one will be difficult. You cannot do it. So what we can do either is, this is the first method. Now let's move to the next method that we are going to use. It is Quarky dot show text. Quarky dot show text. Now, which text we want to show? We're starting with 3. And in which color? That means after this, we have to give a comma and give the color RGB code. Now I'm going to show you how to get the RGB code in just a second. Okay, so if you open your browser and type yellow color RGB code. Over here, you can see here comes the RGB code. You don't have to use the hex code. You have to use the RGB code only, which is this one, like 222552550. This is the RGB code for yellow color. You have to use this. Okay, remember it. Now let's switch back to Pictoblox, and we have to paste this RGB code in square brackets. Done. And for how many times we have to wait for this? Counting 1 second. So we can say time.sleep for 1 second. Then move to the next counting. So after 3, what we have to display? 2. Again, we will use Quarky.show text, which will show text on the Quarky display. We will write 2 and give the same hex codes. Sorry, the RGB codes. Then time.sleep for 1 second. That means wait for 1 second. And again, move to the next count, which is number 1. So what we will do, we will just write Quarky.show text 1 and the RGB code. After this, again, we have to wait for time.sleep for 1 second. And then move to which color? Green color. So I hope this point is clear. This is to display text. Display text on Quarky. This is the wait block in Python. Okay. All right. I hope this is clear to all of you. Don't worry. I will come to your doubts. I will ask all your doubts, clear them once we are done with the activity. Let me complete with the activity, then I will come to your doubts. Okay. Don't worry. I will do a recap of the activity, of the whole activity. No need to worry about it. Now what we have to do, we have to code for the green color. Code for the green color is going to be very simple. So I can just clear this, select the green color. Let's go with the dark one. And I can make an arrow, like a arrow for forward direction. Here we go. Arrow. I can click on insert. It is inserted. Now what we are doing, we are coding for the green light. This was for yellow light. This was for red light. Now we are coding for green light. After waiting for how many seconds, we have to move forward. After waiting for 5 seconds, we have to move forward. So again, we have to use the wait block, which is time.sleep 5. Done. This is once again what it is, wait block in Python. So the green color things that I'm writing, they are comments. They are comments. They won't affect the code. Don't worry. Okay, I'm just writing them so that you can understand how the code is and what the code will do. Okay, what this one will do, this is for the green light. Easy, right? Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to do the yellow color part again. For that, what I have to do, I will explain this to you once again. We have to do 3, 2, 1 counting using yellow color. Okay, for this, we have used the show text function, inbuilt function of Quarky. So I will write Quarky dot show text in bracket, in quotes, I will write 3, comma, and give this. This is the RGB code for the yellow color. Okay. These are the RGB codes for yellow color. How you can get the RGB codes? You can open your browser, type down the color, and get the RGB code of that particular color. Okay. Then for how many times we have to wait? We have to wait for 1 second. So time.sleep 1. The same way you have to do it for 2 and 1 also. So yeah, this is how the code is going to look like. This is the whole code. What we are doing, we are importing the time class, which is going to import the time class in Pictoblox so that we can add the wait block or the wait in seconds. We have to connect Quarky. It will import the Quarky class over here. We have to set the brightness of Quarky, and you can set it to 12, 15, or full also if you want to, no problem. By default, it will be full only. Okay. So this is to set display brightness of Quarky. After this, we have to use a forever loop. And how to create a forever loop? We have to use while loop and give a condition that is true. So a condition true means it is always true. If it is always true, it will keep on running until we click on the stop button. Then we are coding for the red color. So what we are doing, we are using the Quarky.draw pattern. How we are doing it? We're just simply clicking on this board, making our patterns and clicking on insert. This will insert the particular pattern code over here. So I've added the code for red light. Then I have added the wait time. That means it's going to wait for 5 seconds, then move forward. So after displaying the red light for 5 seconds, it will move on to the counting, which is 3, 2, 1 counting in yellow color. So it will count from 3 to 1 in yellow color. And for that I am using Quarky.showText. Okay, I'm using Quarky.showText, and inside it, I'm giving the text that I want to display on the Quarky display panel. After that, I'm giving the RGB code of the color. So this is the RGB code. RGB stands for red, green, blue. RGB code of yellow color. This one. Just going to paste it over here also for you guys so that you can understand. This is the RGB code for yellow color. Then again, we are adding the wait time. After 1 second, it will move to the next text, which is number 1 counting. So we are counting from 3 to 1. And again, the color. So we have to specify color each time. So the color I want is yellow color. So I will give the RGB code of yellow color. After waiting for 1 second, what we have to do, we have to display the green color. So what I'm doing, I'm drawing a pattern over here once again. This pattern I have drawn and I've inserted it over here, which is for the green light. Then after 5 seconds, that means I have to add another wait block. After 5 seconds, I have to move to the yellow light. So the yellow light, again, I have to use counting. What I can do, I can duplicate this code and add it here once again. So this is how the whole code looks like. So I'm going to test it, and then we are going to move forward with your doubts if you have any. Okay. So I'm just going to test it out for you all. I'm turning on my camera. Okay, I have turned on my camera. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the code. Click on run the code. You can see the red heart is being displayed for 5 seconds, and 3, 2, 1, green light. You can see the green light is being displayed. After that, 3, 2, 1, again, the red heart. Okay, you can see with red heart, it is the white light is also coming. So what I can do is I can just do one thing over here. I can remake it. I will select the board. First, let's remake this green light one. So select it and select LED off over here and click on all these blank LEDs. So it will go off. And insert it. Now for the select plus, I just also stop the code. My bad. Okay, now we have to select this, clear the screen, LED off. Already LED should be off. Let us make the heart shape. Heart shape done. Click on the LED off and select the rest of the LEDs which you don't want to turn on. So I have clicked off. Done. And insert. So yeah. Now let's test it again. I'm turning on my camera once again for all of you. Okay. Now I'm clicking on run once again. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, just a second. My bad. I have to add this particular one here. I'm sorry. I added it after the wait block. No problem. Okay. Now I'm going to start the code. Once again, I'm going to click on run. Now you will see the red light for 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, green light, which indicates go forward for 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, once again, red light. So it's going in a forever loop because we are using while condition true, which converts a while loop into a forever loop in Python coding. So I hope this is clear to all of you. I'm going to stop the code. And now I'm moving to your doubts. So color spelling is wrong. So we have two spelling for colors. Mighty. One spelling is COLOUR and one spelling is COLOR. So yeah, it is too blurry to see. The corky is too blurry to see. That is what you were saying, Heba. So can you say clear screen code here? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can clear the screen as well. So if you, okay, let me show you one trick. So if you click on corky dot, so there are a lot of functions that comes up. So like set brightness, it is coming up. Clear screen will also come up. So yeah, you can clear screen also. There is no worries in that. What you can do is you can directly click on this particular pattern, LED off, For each one of it, you can just hover your mouse and insert. This is how you can clear the screen also. Like this is another way to do it. So yeah, you can clear the screen as well. Crazy coder Pictoblox, I've already answered. I mean, your code is too blurry. Okay, I can just do this because I wanted it to be every code, the whole code to be together. That is why I zoomed out. What about block? You cannot use block in this. You cannot use block in it. No problem, crazy coder. Any other questions? Sir, I don't have any Corky or a board. No problem, Paveen Kumar. It is not important or necessary to buy a board for this competition unless you are wanting to make a hardware project. If you want to make a hardware project for this competition, then buy a board. No problem, Heba. Any other doubt? Anyone who is having any other doubt? So no problem if you don't have any doubt, guys. What you can do is you can join tomorrow's doubt session, which is going to be at the same time. One time will be 5 to 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and the other will be 7 to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So yeah, I hope everything was clear that was taught in today's class. I wish you all the very best for this competition because we are seeing a lot of students who are participating this year. There are there are going to be more than 3 lakh students participating this year. So all the best to all of you who are participating, and yeah, give your best, do your best. And I request all of you to please fill the attendance cum feedback form. So I cannot understand time class. So time is just to add weight. So time class is like, we have created class. So class is, you can say there are a lot of code that is already pre-built, like inbuilt functions. Then we have this time class, which we are importing. You will understand it better when if you go out for coding in another subject, in other areas also, you will understand it. The code is blurry to see. I'm not displaying code, Raghav, now. So yeah, I request all of you to please fill the attendance cum feedback form. And I hope you have liked the session. So I will see you tomorrow. If you have any doubt, you can join the doubt session, and I request all of you to only join the meeting for the live doubt session if you have any doubt. And if you don't have any doubt, then there's no need to join. How to open board in Pictoblox? You can directly click on board. It will open. Maria and Faria, you just directly have to click on board. It will open board in Pictoblox. All right. So yeah, that's it for today's session. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.